Well, hey, Coastal. This is Aaron Sanders, the lead pastor, and Toby Smith, our executive pastor. And we wanted to update you on our building project. Some of you have probably wondered, hey, what's been going on with that? We haven't heard an update in a while, and we've got some exciting news. Our building team has been working furiously behind the scenes to finalize plans with our new architect and our new construction manager that came on board at the beginning of this year. And we've got a phenomenal building that we're very, very excited about. And so, Toby, why don't you show us some of these images of what we can expect?
All right. So this is the front entrance of our building with a new design. So like Aaron said, we did go with a new architect and they've completely redone the design. And we've really been super pleased with what they've done. And so what you see here on the left is the parking lot. And then you see our entrances here where the coastal sign is. That's our main entrance into the foyer. And they've got a kind of a bump out or an accent piece here that has our mission on it, helping people know and follow Jesus. And then you'll see that we've kind of updated the look of the building so that we stand out a little bit, but that we also honor the existing architecture that's there. So the second view, this is 23rd Street here in front, Avenue M is along the side, and you can just get a look for what that's gonna look like later on. So we can see the Buick logo is still here. It's gonna be painted over with the same color, but we'll still be there to kind of preserve that historic aspect.
Yeah, Toby, I love that we've got this cross right there on the fin coming up. I think that looks really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the original fin of the building, and so we're excited to be able to keep that and work with it in our design. So this page gives you a view of each elevation or an elevation of each side of the building. So again, here's the parking lot view with our main entrance and our accent. You can see here we've been able to raise the roof on the second story right above where the offices are. We had a very limited amount of space there, and so they've raised this up and give us a lot more room, which is super helpful. Let's see. This is our first floor. So looking at this right side of the diagram, the parking lot is here in the middle. 23rd Street is down at the bottom. The alley's at the top. Avenue M is over here on the right-hand side. And what you can see with this, previously we kind of had a rectangle for a worship or sanctuary that was facing the right side of the page. And what the architects have done is make this a fan-shaped sanctuary, which really opens up our space and allows us to deal with the two columns that are in the middle of the sanctuary that have to stay for structural support, but also allow much better view and access to the stage. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah, we're looking at just over 500 seats in the auditorium, somewhere between 500 and 550. But we're looking forward to that. That's a good amount for us.
Yeah, that'll be great. So again, this is our front entrance. You come in, our welcome desk is right here in the middle. Cafe is off over here where you can get coffee and donuts. There's a mom's room here where they can take care of their kids, restroom back here behind the sanctuary area. But one of the nice things with this design is that the foyer connects with our kids' check-in. And so when you walk in, there's not going to be any question of where do I take my kids for check-in. It's right there and visible, which is very helpful. And both our cove area, which is here to the right, and our reef area off to the left have separate entrances. And that will help us with keeping each of these areas secure and your children safe. And so you can check in here. You'll come through to go to the different cove rooms. Each of the rooms has its own bathroom, which is nice. And you can go through this way to get into the reef area. It has a common room with a stage. That's where they will do their big group experience. And then they've got rooms, separate rooms for their small group experiences. And then on the first floor, restrooms are here, just off to the right of the foyer. And we have an adult classroom on the right-hand side here that's accessible to the public area, but completely separate from the children's space. And
Toby, we also got that entrance on the Avenue M side of the building too. So if you park,
yes.
If you park there, I'm sure we'll have some folks who'll enter right there.
Yeah, and this is covered park or covered drop off here on the parking lot side. And like Aaron said, there's an entrance on Avenue M for people who come from that side. And then here in the middle of the foyer, we've got a stairwell going up to the second floor, along with an elevator that will get us to the offices and to the wave area. And so that's what you're looking at now. This is the second floor. Again, this is the parking lot side. This is 23rd Street. The sanctuary is open from floor to ceiling, so there's no second floor above it, but all of this other gray area is a second floor over the top of the first. And what you see here, again, here's a stairwell and the elevator up into the lobby. If you come back down this hallway, you get access to the reef room, which is where our middle school will meet.
The wave, yeah.
The wave, sorry. But there's also a security and a production room, and those have line of sight into the sanctuary. And then our office area.
We got restrooms there too.
Yeah, we got restrooms here. Our office area will come through reception, and then back into kind of a common office area, and then some private offices with a conference room here and a workroom above there. So again, really excited about this design. It feels good, it looks good, so we can't wait to see how it turns out. So this is a view from the parking lot as you come through the door. And so you see the welcome desk here with Coastal logo. You see the cafe off on the right, and then an entrance to the sanctuary here. And you'll notice we've got architectural clouds here, kind of for sound attenuation. And you'll see the trusses up in the ceiling that are a prominent feature in the building now, but also they're structurally important, so they will stay. But the architect's done a great job of kind of blending those into our current design. This is a view just off to the right of where we were looking previously. Restrooms are here. You've got the staircase up to the second floor. You can see the office entrance right here. And then there's our check-in area right back here. This is just a close-up view of the cafe, where we'll have coffee and donuts and some self-service over here. And then back through this area is where the nursing room is, and a restroom, and then access to the sanctuary at the front of the stage. This is a view of the sanctuary from the stage. So this will be Aaron's view looking out at everybody. And you can see that we have some clouds here for sound attenuation, but for aesthetics as well. And again, we'll have the trusses running overhead. The clouds also help to hide the mechanical and electrical systems that have to go into place. There are some acoustical panels in the back to help with sound attenuation. The AV booth is in the very back here, and then you can see these two windows up here for security and production.
Yeah, we also built in a prayer room. Show them that, Toby.
It's right here on the left.
So that's for, after the service, we'll typically say, hey, look, if you have questions or you need someone to pray with you, that gives us a space that's connected to the worship center. And it's still very open, but it's also protected from sound, so it's not quite as loud as people are trying to pray.
Yep. So this is, again, a view of the sanctuary from the production room, basically, which is up on the second floor, looking down into the sanctuary. So here you can see the stage. It has two screens off to the side of the stage. There will be an electronic screen in the middle that can be pulled up out of the way. And it's got some wood paneling accent on the back to kind of warm up the tones in there. This is the check-in area. So you'd come and check in here, and this is the door back to the cove. and the door back to the reef is beyond this wall here. This is the reef room looking at the stage. So they've got a couple of monitors here, a stage area, kids would all congregate in here. This is a cove room. In fact, I think this is the room that partitions, potentially. But you can see they've got TV on the wall for the kids to watch their stuff. You do see the architectural trusses running through here, and they've worked to incorporate the lighting and the HVAC into the design so that works well. The windows, I think the bottom of the window is 6 foot, so we'll still let some light in, but also provide security so those aren't easily accessible. This is a view of the wave room, which is upstairs. This is looking from the front of the room towards the back along 23rd Street and wrapping around Avenue M. The paneling here, this is actually glass block, which is existing. And so what we're going to do is use this glass block, but we'll clean it up so that it will let more light in and look a lot better than it does right now. This is, again, on the second floor. This is access into the reception area. So here's the door to the elevator. The stairs are back to its left. And then this is a view down into the foyer. But this is where traffic would come in to get to the office area. And the door right here is back, or the hallway is back to the wave area. This is a view of the open office area. So plenty of space for staff and for equipment and stuff like that. One of the nice things is that there's a window here looking down into the foyer, so that not only will they have light, but we'll also be able to see what's going on down there. And I think, yep, that is our last slide.
Very cool. Well, thanks, Toby. And church, we wanted to give you that update. We're really excited about this project. A little bit of timeline. The church membership will be voting on the final loan amount here in November. And then subject to that approval, we'll be getting final permits with the city. And then the plan is to begin construction in January of 2021. And then what our building team tells us is that they're looking at an 8-month timeline. So sometime at the end of the summer, early fall is our hope that we'll be back in that building. And so we're excited about it. It's going to be an exciting new chapter for our church, and we can't wait to see what God does through this. So thank you so much for giving generously to this. Our Beyond initiative has been really successful, and there's no way we could possibly do this without the generosity of people who call Coastal their church home. So we're thankful for that generosity and pray that God continues to provide for our church as we step into this next chapter. The best days are to come. So thanks, guys, and we'll catch you later.